and hello to all of you out there. And thank you for tuning again to G Lifesavers video podcast. Now, last week, Aaron and I shared 2 out of 4 golden rules on how to avoid your insurance claims from being rejected. Now, this week, we conclude with another 2 more golden rules. So without much ado, let's go straight to the show. Right. So what is golden rule number 3?
Wow. Okay. Now, this is a bit more technical, Joe, because there is a term called waiting period.
Okay.
Right. Whether you buy life insurance products or whether you buy medical insurance products or any insurance product, you will always see this word called waiting period.
Okay.
Right.
I think our viewers are very curious about what is actually waiting period really mean.
Right. Now, let me tell you first, what is the golden rule?
Right.
The golden rule here is make sure your waiting period has passed before you can even lay a claim. Right? So waiting period now is a time whereby from the point the policy is incepted to the point where the claim is going to be exercised. In that 2 period, no claims can happen.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's like a cooling off period.
Right.
All right. Now, depending on what products you buy, some of it can be 30 days, some can be 60 days, some can be 120 days.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what it tells you that is that in the first 30 days or first 60 days or first 120 days, you can't claim anything. Right. Now, this people say, why do you have a waiting period for? You see, Joe, a lot of insurance companies, they are afraid. People who are sick, and then tiba-tiba they go and buy an insurance policy.
Right. So it's more of them being concerned over issues pertaining to abuse and fraud.
Right. So part of risk management is the implement waiting period.
Okay.
This is across the industry.
I see. Okay.
It's a universal principle that's practiced across insurance company and insurance industry in the whole world.
Right.
So it's not something that is unique to Malaysia or something. It is commonly accepted.
Okay.
Right. So waiting period is very important. So guys, if you're not sure, please check with the advisors, or even before buying any insurance product, you need to ask your advisors, right? What is my waiting period?
And guys, if you do not have an advisor servicing you, you can then DM us in our social media accounts, or you can even leave a question in our comment box down here.
That's right.
We will get back to you, and we are more than happy to do a review of your policy. And believe me, when I say reviews, it stays a review. It's not going to be a sales pitch.
That's right.
And that was addressed in another video.
That's right.
But here, we would like to assure you that if you can't find or can't locate your advisors, I've met some people who are in that situation, please feel free to contact us. We are here for you.
That's right.
Right. So, with waiting period, do you have any examples of waiting period for different policies?
Oh yeah, like you see, like waiting period, right? Like, for example, death or life insurance is almost immediate.
Right.
Now, you're talking about for critical illnesses, like you're claiming for cancer, heart attack, stroke, right? Now, depending on which one you're claiming for, it ranges between 30 days to 60 days.
I see. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Medical insurance is about 120 days.
I see.
Which is 4 months. So the full coverage will come in after 4 months.
Right.
So the point is knowing your product, which waiting period. Okay. So if for example, you had cancer on day 30, most probably you can't claim for cancer for your medical card. Right? Because you need to pass 120 days, right?
That's right?
So this is where some people get confused. Oh, I buy an insurance, I'm covered from day one. Folks, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. So it does pay for you to know what you're getting.
Understood.
It's your right.
I think that's a very good example, because as we mentioned, there are different insurance, and each insurance are different.
That's right.
So it's good to know the different waiting period.
Exactly.
Now, our last golden rule, Aaron, I think is something got to do with payments.
Well, now it's pretty obvious,
Right.
but a lot of people take this for granted. Right? Now, what I mean by that? Now, the 4th golden rule is make sure that you pay your premium. Right. Now, because remember, we come back, it's a contractual obligation, right? We can only promise you, right, this much of benefits if you declare
Mm-hmm.
your health thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you pay your premiums,
Of course.
right?
Of course.
So that has to be your contractual obligation, correct?
Mm.
So a lot of people, sometimes forget
Mm.
to pay,
Correct.
all right?
Correct.
And to a point where the policy lapses, right? So you could be paying for years, right? And then you don't pay, and the policy lapses, Joe. What happens?
Game over.
Game over, because you have released me
Of course.
from honoring
My contractual obligation, right?
Yeah, because you have stopped paying and the policy ceased to exist. So this is the sad thing. Now, on the flip side, I also hear of stories whereby people say that they've been paying, but it lapses. How does it happen? Right? In their minds, hey, even I put it on auto deduction.
Right.
Now this is where we need to be very careful, folks, because you see, when you put auto deduction and when you buy life insurance, it's always long term, right? We take things for granted.
Correct.
Right? We thought, okay, as long as they put auto deduction, they will deduct and deduct and deduct and deduct, right? Now the truth is sometimes, example, credit card fraud, right? And then you change your credit card, but you forgot that your insurance policy is on that, right? And then your insurance advisor is nowhere to be found.
And they are not tracking your payment schedules.
Exactly. And worst still is your home address has changed.
Right.
So all notification did not come to your house. Guess what? Perfect storm. Right? So you're on the blind side on 3 ways, right?
Right. So actually, this actually happened to someone that I met 3 weeks ago.
Right.
She has been paying for her medical policy for about 3 years.
Right.
And her agent was WhatsApping her during the MCO to tell that her auto deduction has been terminated.
Right.
But she was so busy with her daughter's wedding, and eventually after the wedding, long story cut short, they found a tumor in her womb.
Oh no!
So by the time when she was wheeled into the hospital, they found out that the policy lapsed. And the agent eventually left the industry.
That's a nightmare, Joe.
It's very sad when they find out in the hospital that that a guarantee letter, a GL that we call it, is not going to come. And she had to fork up $42,000 for the surgery. And when she came to see me and she was trying to get some clarifications, what we found out was that the policy lapsed in July. And in September, they found the tumor.
Oh, no.
So it was just 2 months away. And now, friends, I'm not saying this to scare you, but basically, payment is definitely important. Please keep track of your payments. If you are having issues on payments and unable to fulfill your contractual obligations, talk to your advisors.
That's right.
They are there to provide a solution for you, maybe to work out on a different scheme or structure of payments. It is possible, but you need to make the approach and speak to
you. You need to reach out to them, guys.
That's right. Yeah. It is important for your own good sake.
And Joe, one thing that I also find out, which is quite common, right, is people trust people too much. And they pay cash into the agent's hand, and it's not paid to the insurer.
Oh, that happened to me.
Oh, okay.
That happened to me.
Okay.
My first insurance agent was my father's friend.
Okay.
And, I bought a policy that's worth 100 ringgit a month.
Okay.
And I would transfer the money to my dad, and at that time, you just started working, no credit card, so you transfer the money to your dad, and my dad will take the money and he will drive over to his house and give the money to him. And a few days later, a receipt will come.
That's right.
Now, after 3 years, he would go and do the same thing, as a ritual.
Yeah, month in, month out.
But the receipt stopped coming.
Sure.
And eventually, after 6 months, the insurance company sent a letter to my house saying that my policy is about to be lapsed.
Oh my!
And this is after 6 to 8 months, if I'm not mistaken. So my dad took a picture of it and sent me an MMS. There's no WhatsApp, right? MMS. So when I looked at it, I said, aren't we paying? So when I asked my dad, aren't we paying? Then he said, yes, I pay him every month. Are you getting receipts? Then my father said, I've not been getting any receipts from him.
Oh, yeah.
I said, why you didn't follow up? It's a friend.
That's very common, yeah.
And we went. Now, long story cut short, when we went there, he was there. And when we asked him, he laughed. To my horror, he laughed and he said, oh, I am so sorry, sir. I wanted to go for a vacation and didn't have enough money.
Oh
So I had to
my.
use your money first.
Right.
That's when people still ask me, Joe, can I pay you? I tell them, please don't.
Yes.
Please don't.
Yes. That's
You
right.
know, try to arrange an auto deduction, pay directly to the company because I assure them, I want to assure you that the money is going directly to the insurance
That's
company.
right.
I appreciate you trusting me,
Right.
but believe me, it is better for you to channel your money there and it's for your own good.
Exactly. So, Joe, we have covered all the 4 golden rules.
To recap, number 1, make sure that you have bought the right insurance plan.
That's right.
And number 2, make sure your health declaration, guys, is done correctly.
Super important.
Very, very important. Number 3, make sure that the waiting period for the intended claim has passed.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, make sure, guys, pay lah. Okay. So this is Joe Raj.
I'm Aaron G.
We hope that you guys have a great week. Take care. See you soon. God bless. Bye.
Bye.